Triple H then came out for the main event segment, which lasted 2 segments before we could get it all in. But he gave Roman the big introduction, talked about, the 1,000-day reign. He put him on a level of Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan, and then introduced him as a man that you'll tell your kids and grandkids about. So you can tell Triple H is loving to stir people up a little bit by praising a heel. It was like his chance to halfway be heelish again. And then here comes Roman with Paul and Solo, and obviously the Usos' travel was canceled. We heard earlier from Adam Pearce at Heyman's request. They've doubled security at the building. And Triple H presented Roman with the brand new Undisputed Universal title belt. So the 2 belts that he had before had the big W with a blue background and the big W with a black background. And now this one looks exactly the same, except it's a big W with a gold background.
I was really hoping they were done with that design because it looks so stupid. All it does is promote the brand. It doesn't say anything about the championship or the wrestler. It's just about, look at our logo. And I was really hoping they were done with that, but no. More of the same. No. Ugly belt.
But also, is he the undisputed Universal Champion? Isn't Seth Franklin Rollins disputing that?
No.
Because he's the new World Heavyweight Champion?
That's right, World, not Universe. The Universe is only reigned by Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins has this little green planet.
I thought it was a little blue marble.
Harley Race called it God's green earth.
Well, but there is no God. Whereas there are marbles.
You're lucky you're saying this now. Harley Race isn't here to defend himself.
Well, that's why I'm saying it.
He might light Castle Cornette on fire and ask for a job.
I'd give him a job. I'm putting out the fire. Anyway, so Roman then holds the belt up and milks the acknowledge me and gets a big pop. And before he can speak, Usos music. And here come the Usos. Brian, where was the security?
I don't know. Apparently there were extra security supposed to be there.
I bought that they can buy their own plane tickets, but where was they said they doubled security. There is no security. How did they get in? All right, anyway. So they go to the break at this point. I'm thinking, what the fuck? You've got goddamn, the Indians are charging down the hill at Custer, and this is a time to fucking sell douche products? But anyway, we come back and we're in the ring, and the Usos are face to face with Roman Reigns. And Roman starts out telling Jay, kick Jimmy in the face. Do to him what he did. That's what he did to me, so fix this. And Jay won't do it. And he keeps ordering him, kick your brother in the face. And he just pacing around, he won't do it. And Jimmy jumps in, and he did a heck of a promo here. He said, the only one that needs fixing is you, Roman. I did what I did because I was being a brother. With love and respect. You ain't been a good brother. You manipulated. You betrayed us. You've gone crazy. These are my brothers. Solo, that's what he's going to do to you, what he did to us when he's finished with you. He laid the whole thing out, right? And did a great job. Great stuff. And then Roman gets a chance to fire back that he made everybody. And that's why the bloodline's where it's at, because of him, and he's the leader. And he said, look at your brother, ask Solo, who are you loyal to? And you see Solo thinking about it. And then he says, I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. But then he says, but these two are my brothers. And Solo walks from Roman's side to stand with the Usos, and the people are going crazy. And now Roman's facials are, he's thinking about this. He's conflicted. He's pissed off. He don't know what to do. Paul's over there shitting himself. And then Jimmy, he pitches the fucking thing. He says, do you want to run this together? Or do you want to be on the island of relevancy all by yourself? We can do this together. Blah, 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 right? And Roman tells Jimmy to shut up, and Jimmy pie faces Roman. And then the people by now are chanting holy shit to the point where all audio is muted for about 10 or 15 seconds. I'm thinking, oh God, they got to shut the people up so we can hear what's going on. And then Jay calms them down. Not like this. I need you both. We're better than this. We can't do this. That's when Jimmy calms down and says, we're stronger together. These are my brothers, but so are you. So be our brother. Let's do this together. We're family. We're still the ones, right? That's the big question. And Roman anguishes over it. And he's thinking and he's rubbing his face. And then he hugs Jimmy. And the people cheer like crazy. And you see a close-up of Roman and he's crying. And it's emotional, and there's a long, prolonged hug. And then Roman's face goes blank, and he's still got the microphone. He shakes his head, and he says, no. That was the answer to the question. We're still the ones, right? No. He backs off from Jimmy with a stern look, and Solo spikes Jimmy. Holy shit. Down goes Jimmy. And Jay's checking on him, and Roman shakes his head and walks out. And Solo stares at his brothers and then leaves with Roman. And they all get to the top of the entranceway while Jay's still checking on Jimmy, and not even on microphone, but just in the camera. Paul asks Roman, what about Jay? And Roman says he's going to do what he always does. He'll fall in line. And scene. So what an amazing, dramatic play on this week's Inside the Actors Studio. It ain't wrestling, but what the fuck? None of the other shit is either. At least this is good. What'd you think? Oh, Brian Last?
I like the Usos acting more than even their wrestling, I got to be honest with you.
Yes!
I think
yes.
Jey Uso's fantastic, and Jimmy Uso just recently has really come into his own. Solo's been great. You know, as this was happening, your mind starts going to all the possible options. What if Solo turns on his brothers? What if Solo goes after Roman Reigns? What if Roman walks out of the ring and says, I'll do something else? Shows up next week with Jacob Fatu. Lots of different options came into my mind. It's intriguing. You want more. You have to wait for more. And you don't know where they're going to go. I will say, to their credit, I think they've successfully gotten everyone past the idea that Cody didn't get the belt from Roman at WrestleMania. No one's focusing on that anymore.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the next chapter is. I'm still intrigued. I think they probably have to introduce someone or some kind of new dynamic into this soon, just because it's the same. Now it's the same 5 people every week. So something has to happen.
Jacob Fatu. That'd be badass.
What would Vince change his name to? That's the problem.
Oh, God. Probably Peter the Pumpkin Eater, knowing Vince. I don't know, but it's not going to happen anyway, or it'd happen by now. But nevertheless, that was SmackDown.